Gaudium Et Spes, or the Pastoral Constitution on the Church in the Modern World, is an encyclical written by Pope Paul VI shortly after the conclusion of the Second Vatican Council in 1965. Paul took it upon himself and made it his mission to interpret and implement the rulings made at the council. These rulings had much to do with the different aspects of church life. Pope Paul VI's pontificate took place during a very revolutionary time in history. Civil rights were a main focus during this time, and the changes in custom and technology were becoming apparent to all people. As these different things changed, so did the lifestyles of most people. This encyclical dealt with the new challenges that people would be facing due to natural changes in the world around them. It had a large impact on church life, as it gave the input of the church on new obstacles and situations that people came to face. One of the main focuses of the encyclical is the interaction between people. This interaction leads to a development of culture among the people. Universal culture, according to the encyclical, is developed through circulation of books and communication between individual regional cultures. The Church has also contributed much to this development. However, it is sometimes difficult to fuse culture and church teaching. This is because, as time continues to pass, many practices that go against the church teaching have become more acceptable in society. Although this can create problems, culture is absolutely necessary in the lives of people. The encyclical states that culture brings man to a full and true humanity. Culture is defined by Paul VI as everything that man uses to develop and perfect his many bodily and spiritual qualities. We think of culture as pop culture or the latest fashions like music, clothes that people wear, movies. Really, the media tries to take in what culture really means, but as Paul VI says, it is almost the complete opposite of what the media says. Throughout history, culture has changed and developed into what it is today. As I said, like the media has made it. Looking back at ancient societies, each of them had their own customs and institutions. Two things that the encyclical states are facets of culture. The social aspect of culture comes with the way people speak, dress, and act. This also changes over time, as well as differ between cultures. So, in America, the media really plays out on culture, as I said, but in other countries, it really differs. Like in Africa, they obviously won't have the same media influence as we do here in America, so their culture is more based on traditions. It's still like how they dress and stuff like that, but you won't get as many like movie stars, latest high price fashion that we have in America, and so their culture has more of a meaning to it rather than how we believe culture, like how important we believe culture is. Another thing that relates to culture that is discussed in the encyclical is the issue of sports and recreation. Due to changes in industry and technology, the workday for many people at the time was shortened. This allowed for more leisure time to be spent freely, according to the individual. According to the encyclical, sports activity during free time helps preserve equilibrium of spirit. So basically what this means is that sports and other recreational activity helps you get away and helps you become more spiritual, and it really is good for your body both physically and spiritually. And this creates a balance in one's life between work and relaxation. So an example for that in America is most dads or grown men or even some women, when they are stressed or stuff like that, they like to go out and play golf, for instance, or they will go play catch with the sun or any other significant other that they have. And so that is what, in America, that is what we use as that balance between work and relaxation. Paul VI also said that sports and other recreational activities can be useful in establishing fraternal relations among men of all conditions, nations, and races. So basically what this is saying is that it's also talking about the Olympics or, for instance, the Little League World Series. They bring teams in from countries all around the world, even from Europe and Africa and like the Caribbean and Latin America, and as well as many different regions from America. And so they're able to bring all these children together and share one common interest, and that's their love for baseball. So that is what Paul VI is referring to, and in the Olympics, obviously, it's a lot more importance to the world because every country in the world is competing, or nearly every country in the world is competing, and it just has a lot more meaning to it because of the tradition with it. Anyways, this is what helps unite people through culture, and those are the main teachings that are mentioned in Gaudium Et Spes.